Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Come on, let's go! White 90! White 90! Hey, watch the slant! Watch the slant!
Back to throw. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Ohio! Ohio! We got three, fellas. We got three. Switch!
Here's a first down run with Collins. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Ohio! Ohio!
They'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And they'll run it here. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Detroit! 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 See what you got. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Check, 9.
Now Jackson on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
New York set to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Flex round!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. On play action, they'll throw. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Flex round! Flex round! 3 down. Let's go! White, 90! White, 90!
Here's Collins. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. Now back to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it online, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Chance there from long distance to get our first points on the board. How close was it to getting there? Pretty darn close.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 45. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
On 2nd down, Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And Charles, the defender, was there. He just didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays turn into basketball in a sense, with two guys going up for the football. Which guy's going to box the other away from it and grab it?
Yeah, I know you hear it a lot, but it's just the will to get it, right?
Oh, without a doubt. The will, as well as some really nice touch on the ball that was thrown.
And some talent, too. That's fielded in the end zone. And the Giants ready to come out now. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less than a field goal attempt for him.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On 2nd down, Collins. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
44's the mic. 44's mic. Check.
They go play action here on 1st down. Going deep for Moncrief. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level.
Both of them are terrific competitors. They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well.
And in this early round, the defense wins.
White 90. White 90. Flex round. Flex round. Cut.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to fire one deep, and this will be caught at the 30. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Flex round. Flex round.
They pitch it out to Collins. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag at Trix here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Come on, let's go. What? 90. What? 90. Hut.
He'll look to throw. Launching one for Henderson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
59, Mike. 59, Mike. Check, 59. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. I got him, man. I got him. He's mine. Motion.
Now they try the right side here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Right back to him on 1st down. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
On 3rd down, Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a gain of 4. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Flex round! Flex round!
This is Collins on the handoff. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They run with Collins, and he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. They'll look to throw here. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first, they go right back to Collins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That good for 19 and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll run the counter with Collins. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, they're certainly running the ball pretty well on this drive, and all I remember as a secondary guy was if you're making a lot of tackles in a game, that's usually not good for your defense. You've got to figure out how to keep things in front of you because you know there's 3 levels, defensive line, linebackers, and into the secondary. And if the 3rd level is leading your team in tackles, as a general rule, things aren't going so well for your defense.
Now Collins. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Now a give to Collins. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Flex round! Ohio!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Flashed a nifty move, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Flex round. Flex round. Mike, 44's Mike. Check, check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Giants have tied it here, and they can take the lead if they hit the PAT. No problem there on the extra point. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Now the punter Dixon out to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. Hey, 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 hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down. Gun, gun! Gun, gun! 56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike. Here we go, here we go. Detroit! Detroit!
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Three down. Check 26, check 26. Detroit! Detroit! Watch the motion.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
59, Mike. 59, Mike. Check, 59. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. Here we go. Check and look. Check the call. Check the call.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check. Fresno. Gun. Kill.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The Ravens on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
Now it's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
3 down.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Tight end's right. Here we go. What? 90. What? 90. 44's the mic.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Run. Ohio. Here we go. Red 38. Flex round. Hut.
He'll drop to throw. Going deep for Moncrief. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McKenzie. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here we go now. Blue,
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Three down. Motion. Watch it. Gun. Mike is 59. Mike is...
To throw on second down, Jackson. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Leopard! Mike, check. 59. You remember me? Let's go, baby!
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play.
Detroit!
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Gun!
Jackson to throw on second down. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to face a third down. The Ravens on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Leopard! Check 24. Watch 24. Gun! I'm going to run you over.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He sets to fire deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here
Ohio!
1st and 10.
Ohio! Hey. We got three down.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Ohio!
And they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the fourth quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football?
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Ohio! We got three. Ohio!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to have a third down.
Ohio!
They'll run again here with Gallman. And he's brought down. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal.
Flex round! Five down. Stand up in. Watch the slant. Flex round!
This is Collins on the toss. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
They get it to him running left, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Alex Collins with touchdown number 8 on the year, and the Giants add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Now the punter Dixon out to kick it off. This will be taken short. And not a good return here. He is brought down at the 7-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Showed a good move, but quickly corralled just beyond the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Jackson now, looking to throw on 2nd down. A nice little juke, and they'll bring him down right around the 13. Give him 2 yards on that play, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Third and 4, and this crowd urging on their defense. They're up and making noise.
Gun! Detroit!
Here's Jackson to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Rolling to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback rolling left and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. The 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Evan Ingram, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit, being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Now the punter Dixon out to kick it off. This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Here's Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 40, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round! Let's go! Grand 38!
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. This will be caught inside the 10. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A gain of 39 that time. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They're going to look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Collins now the lone man in the backfield, 2nd and goal.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Check.
Tight dog.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That's caught at the 3. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Dante Moncrief, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Point after up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now the punter Dixon out to kick it off. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Set! 3-19!
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56!
Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them. Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Tight right, tight right.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
Three down.
Ohio! Ohio!
44, Mike, 44. Right here. Motion.
Hot!
44 Mike.
They go again with Collins. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. The Giants on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go! Grand 38! Grand 38! Flex round! Flex round! Hot!
They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound Brandon no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Mike, check. 59.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now a desperation throw deep down. And now here is another interception. Kevin King with a pick, and a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold